Hi everyone, this is Amrit Maldonado from the Panther team here at Prolifics. Today I'm going to cover an old topic, but it could be new to some of you guys that are new at Panther. I'm going to talk about our menu bar editor. So a menu bar editor is what creates your menus that go in your client server applications. Of course, this is specific for your Panther or Jam client server applications, not your web applications. So let's go ahead and get started. Right, I will be using Panther 5.53 today to demonstrate our menu bar editor. 5.53 is our latest version of Panther. Notice its new look and feel here. So I will access the menu bar from within the menu here under Tools, Menu Bar Editor. Now you can also access this from outside of Panther in your SM-based util folder. It's called mbedit32.exe. So either way, you'll be able to access the menu bar editor. So on the left hand side is a blank menu. On the right hand side is where you'll apply properties for that menu. So the first thing I'll show you is just to create a simple menu submenu item like the edit. So we'll have an edit submenu with a cut, copy, and paste as the items of the submenu. So let me go ahead and set the label, edit. The type would be submenu, of course, since it's a submenu. And status tags, sure, I'll just say edit operation. So when I hover over the edit submenu, it will basically give me some sort of status tags at the very bottom down. Notice when I make it a submenu, it will add an error right here. Let me save this menu in case I lose things. So I'm going to save it. I'll save it in my test.lib. I'm going to call it my menu 1. Great. All right, let's continue with the items in my submenu. So what you'll need to do is to create the items below your submenu. You have to double click. A little tricky. You got to double click it. There we go. Now I will do my cut. All right. Now your cut operation is built into our Panther menu bar, and all you have to do is set type to be edit cut, and it'll create an icon for you. Well, for the icon, we may have a built-in icon called, I think it's cut ACT. I'll have to grab it from your default client.lib. And tooltip, cut. Status line, cut. All right, let's save this. In fact, I could even test this out myself, but let's go ahead and do a copy item here. Copy. Set type to edit copy. Toolbar. Active pixmat will be, I think it's copy.act. Okay, let's save this, and you could test the menu bar editor or the menu you just created right here, and then go into test mode. And notice I have an edit, copy, cut, and copy. Of course, it's not enabled because I have nothing to, copy and cut. I haven't highlighted or I haven't selected any data. Notice it's also created these icons here, the cut and the copy. All right, so that's a couple of built-in properties I've shown you. Now let's have our menu maybe open up another screen. All right, so I'm going to label this. I think I have maybe a screen called calculator. That's just a label. Type is action because I wanted to perform a particular action. Now this is control, like control string. So if I'm trying to have it trigger or open up another screen, I will use the control string syntax. To open up a screen, I will need to use the caret and the name of my screen to open up. Calculator, I think that's what it's called. All right, I may add status line text, calc. Okay, saving it. And I'm going to create another item here called, let's see, notepad. I can't find notepad, for example. All right, it's an action, and I could use the syntax bang notepad.exe. Hopefully my Panther can find notepad.exe. Saving it. Going to test mode. Notice I have my calculator, and it's going to try and open up this control string. Click on notepad and going to try open up bang notepad. Okay, let me save it. It's saved. Exit out of here, and I'm going to apply it to one of my screens. This is my test.lib, and if I choose type equals menu, I should see my menu one. Of course, I can open it because you can only open up screens and JPL files within this editor and not menus. I could do a quick test here by actually just going to focus, manuscript file, and putting the name of this file here, my menu one. And let me just create a dummy field. Going to test mode, and notice I have my menu one attached to my screen. Let me enter some data in here. If I go up and I select the data and I go up to, notice how my cut and my paste I enabled. So I cut this, and my paste isn't working. Oh, I'm sorry, that's copy actually. So let me highlight this. I should be able to copy it and paste it. There you go. Let me see if my calculator works. Oh, it can open file calculator. Notepad? Yep, it opens up Notepad. All right. Okay, for my calculator, so I have a calculator screen in my test.lib. Let me double check. Yeah, calculator. But the problem is that I made a syntax error in my menu bar. In order to call another screen, I need to use, I used the caret. Caret means you're calling a function, right? So let me go back to my menu bar editor and make that adjustment. All right, so if you have an existing menu from in your application, you can open it this way. It's saved in test.lib. There you go, my menu one. Let me go to calculator and remove this caret. There we go. Save it. So I made a change. Let me exit out of here. Let me go and test my screen. Okay, click on calculator, and it opens up my screen named calculator. All right, so I've shown you guys how to create a simple menu using the Windows Edit Copy Paste functionality. How do you open another screen, as well as how do you call another executable from that's in your Windows path. All right, now, and we have actually attached the menu. Of course, you've hard-coded the menu here, but in your real application, you will not be attaching a menu to every single screen. You statically, like I'm showing you here, but you would do this dynamically. So, what are the functions to install your menu in your application? So let's go to my documentation, docs.prolifics.com, Panther docs. Now in your documentation, I just want to kind of show you a little bit around the documentation. If I'm looking for one of our SM functions and how to use it, what SM function to use, you would go to the release. Since I'm using Panther on Windows, I will click on Panther com MTS. So this is the manual, book of manuals I'm going to look at. And I know it's in my programming guide. My programming guide contains all my 200 over SM DM functions, as well as JM functions. Programming guide. Now my programming guide, I know I'm looking for menus. So menus will be under library function overview. Let me search for menus. Here we go, right here, menus. And you'll have a list of all the SM functions that you can use to manipulate your menus and menu items. So, all right, so I see SM menu install makes a menu available for display. So let me click on that, and there should be an example. There we go, makes a menu available for display. Now you can specify which scope. Should it be in application level memory? Should it be in screen level or field level? Let me scroll down, there's an example. Here we go. So you can load here they're loading the menu. This is the name of the menu at application level. Now loading at application level makes the menu available to all your screens and all your fields in your application. So once you've loaded in memory, you will then install it. You can specify you want to install it on a screen or on a field. Alright, because remember your menus also have menu items, so you could actually break that down into making a particular menu submenu available to a particular screen. Alright, so this is a pretty good example that will work. And as far as using our menu bar editor, now going back to the list of manuals here, you would go to the editor guide. There we go, using the editor right here. Any questions that you have regarding your editor should be answered here. So editor basics works. There we go, the different editors. There's styles editor, GIF editor, menu bar editor, chapter 26. And this will cover all the questions you have related to menus. And if you need more specific help, you need some questions answered, do not hesitate to reach us at support@prolifix.com.